is an elephant.
Rise and shine, come along and rise and shine. Come on and shine. Come along and ride on a life walk a journey. Life walk a journey. Yeah. Come along and ride on a life walk a journey. Yeah. Yeah.
And of course, I'm still muted. Hello, everybody. How you guys doing? You know what? Mercury retrograde is a humdinger. Okay. It is today is October 4th, 2021. We're going to let the room load for a little bit and just for a second here and let people kind of file in. I'm going to check into the chat here really quick as well. I was already planning on coming live tonight, interestingly enough. And then, well, I was going to go live on Facebook as well at the same time. And wouldn't you know it, I still can't get over there to get on. I've been trying to do this live, guys, this particular live to talk about this particular thing for probably 3 or 4 days. Definitely about 3 or 4 days, I've been trying to get live to talk about the new moon, to talk about Mercury retrograde, to talk about a whole lot of stuff. And I just want to be sure that I knew today, of all days, this had to get out because there's some things going on transit-wise that honestly are interesting. And then when everything went kaplooey and chaotic today, can I just tell you, I was like, ooh, we got some stuff going on here. We have a lot going on here. So what we're going to do today, hello. I want you guys, those of you that know you've got friends and they're like, there's this really cool lady, let them know I'm live. We're going to, now that my life is settling down a tad bit, we're going to be live more and just putting out some more content. But I wanted to get together with you guys. So let's all just take a collective sigh, first of all. Take a collective breath. And I want you guys to, as you're sharing this out and letting people know that we are loud, live, and in charge, I want you guys to also take a breath. I've got plenty of notes here. We're going to pull some cards. So this is going to be a little bit longer. You know how I used to do these marathon lives? That's what this is going to be, a little bit thereof. I want to talk first of all about Mercury retrograde because we are not done. Mercury retrograde is just getting heated up. It's just getting started. And so that's the first thing I want to talk about tonight is what that what that potentially has in store. And then we're going to transition into a little bit of the astrology for the new moon, and then we will pull some cards. I'm not going to be pulling a ton of cards tonight, but hopefully as the night goes on, we'll have some more people that are going to come and partake in this. All right. Mercury retrograde, it's going on from now. Of course, it started September 26th, 27th. It's not going to end until October the 18th. Okay, when it goes stationary direct at 10 degrees in Libra. And then it's going to come back and it's going to come conjunct again to the sun shortly thereafter. So that's going to be interesting in and of itself. I want to talk about what Mercury retrograde in Libra really has in store for us, or what it kind of signifies. And as it's now in full swing, I think we're getting a better glimpse and grasp into really what these energies are doing. Now, we are also coming up to what some are calling a 1010 portal. I'm not entirely convinced that it's an actual portal. I think it's significant in that it's going to symbolize the end of some cycles, which signifies then the beginning of others. But we're going to we'll take a quick look at the chart before I get out of here. Hey guys, we're going to take a quick look at the chart before we get out of here today, and we'll look and see if really there's a ton of significance on 1010. The greater significance for me is from today leading up to the new moon, and then after that, leading up to the full moon. Because this is harvest month, and with all of these planets in retrograde, and now the first coming out, which will be Pluto, right around the new moon, that tells me that all of this kind of, general pause, right? All of this kind of collective inhale is about to be a collective exhale. And when that collective exhale hits, y'all better be ready. I keep telling y'all to get ready. I don't understand why y'all can't get ready. Okay? But get ready. Now let's talk about what Mercury retrograde is doing on a personal and a global level. Let me see if I can pull up today's chart. Let me see if I can pull up today's moon chart and share it with you. Today is the 4th. So the moon is in Virgo today, waxing crescent, which a waxing, right? Did I say waxing? Waning crescent. My God, today. Sorry, guys. I'm tired as you know what. I'm tired. Waning crescent. My bad. What a waning crescent is that the last sliver of light, right? It's the final emptying of the moon. You can look at it as that final little bit of emotion. Pardon me. That final little bit of emotion kind of being let out before it goes dark and before it says, you know what, now, okay, I'm done. So this is just now ending what was, right, this massive Virgo moon lunar cycle. So let's do this. Let's go here and let's share it. Hey guys, so I'm going to go to my particular Chrome tab. Should be the right one. Yeah. Oh my. Okay, you guys, can you guys see this? Let me look over here. Can you guys see this okay? I could probably make it a little bit bigger. Let me make it a little bit bigger. Okay. Well, and I can't draw on this one because it's in a Chrome tab, but I want you guys to check something out. Let's look and see what happened today. Mars and the sun are basically conjunct. They're within a couple of degrees of each other. I'd call that conjunct. And from the perspective, this would be today, if you were born today, this would be your birth chart. So I want you to take, oh boy, I want you to take a special look at something here. The moon, it was in direct opposition of Pluto in retrograde in Pisces. What in Virgo, moon in Virgo. Is this today? It sure as hell is. In direct opposition to Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. What does that mean? And also Chiron was in basically direct opposition of the sun. Wow, that's in and of itself a whole situation. But let's go with the moon as a waning crescent in opposition to Neptune in retrograde in Pisces. People's that illusion, social media is in and of itself an illusion and a construct. Social media in and of itself, basically, its purpose at this point is to not just be socialized media, Medea, okay, deception, but it's social, global deception. It's telling us, it's taking over the television and telling us what to think, how to feel, what we should be consuming. It is an all-consuming fire. It is an all-consuming construct. It is an all-consuming, here, look over here and not over here. It will show you what the Matrix wants you to see, and it will hide, censor, push down what the Matrix does not want you to see. For Facebook and Instagram, Facebook particularly, it is the social square, the town hall square. Only not everybody is allowed to the town hall. Not everybody is allowed to the square, right? Certain voices have been pushed down. I don't care how you think about it. That's just the reality of it. There's reasons like people like myself tend to not be on Facebook as much. And that's been the case for a while now. Because honestly, it's gotten to be so very one-sided. It's crazy. And there's not an allowance of discourse. So in other words, the illusion that has been put up while we have Neptune in retrograde, that illusion and the delusionary thoughts thereof are becoming deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper as they go kind of down into these depths. So as we go into these deep, dark depths of the unknown, right? And of the, what are we doing? Oh my God. Right? We can't let them see what's behind the curtain and all the levers that we're pulling. They have to believe this. Be lie. They have to believe this. They have to put this lie in their being so that they live by the lie. And so these are the things we're going to put out there. Now, yes, there was this whistleblower that came out, what have you. There've been a couple, one on Project Veritas and one on 60 Minutes. They're telling a little bit different tales. However, what's happening is that now the spotlight was on that. And when you have a new moon, what does a new moon signify for us? It always signifies a reset. It always signifies, what are we doing? Cycle is ending. Interestingly enough, the moon in Virgo, and Virgo is what? Virgo really is all about our personal health. It's the last of the personal planets. It's how we're going to make our plans. It's how do we, our plans, our options, weighing those options. How is our health? Interestingly enough, I believe, and I'm not, bear with me one second. The organs are the pancreas, small intestines, colon, digestive tract, all of that, eyes and ears as well. I will tell you your eyes and ears as well as everything within you that basically expels major solid waste. That was a nice way to put it. So all of these, right, within your body. So basically what happened is the internet took a collective poop. Took a collective poop. I mean, I don't know about you, but my internet was a little spotty, went a little wacky. And Facebook and Instagram and WhatsApp down. Twitter came up and down for a hot second. We had a little glitch with YouTube, but about maybe half hour, 45 minutes ago. It's taking a collective poop. It's like, what are we doing? Let me show you. Now, this is the other thing. Amazingly, what happened when the Facebook and Instagram went down? Maybe you actually picked up the phone and called somebody. I'm not saying that it's a bad thing. Maybe you actually had to think about how in the world am I going to get in contact with certain people because I've been in this illusionary status, right? I've been walking around in this illusion for a while. But what I find interesting is we have the whistleblower that comes out, and then we have all of this go down, and mysteriously it goes down. No one can seem to figure it out. And let me tell you something, from what I'm understanding, it went down at such a level that you couldn't even come, like usually if something goes down IT wise, for instance, there's usually a back door that you can get in order to get things back up. The back door was shut. There was no back door. Forget about it. Now, for those of us that also conduct our business on YouTube and Instagram, let's also look at, here's the moon over here. Well, we've got, it was trining Uranus almost directly here, direct trine, yeah, in retrograde in Taurus. And within the eighth house from the moon's perspective, if we were born today. So that would say, listen, how you are utilizing other people's resources, how you are managing the utilization of those resources and such, you may want to rethink that because you don't have as much control over it as you may have thought. So you may want to be putting backup and backup and backup in there. Now, this is the other thing I want to point out. Here we have Mercury. Let me see what the aspect is happening here for Mercury. Mercury was also, now Pluto is still in retrograde today. It's in its final stages of being in retrograde. We're in the final moments, the final hours. Pluto's such a slow moving planet that it's basically stationary retrograde at this point. Or, it's retrograde, it's slowing down. It's basically about to be stationary direct. So today, it looks to me, yeah, Mercury was squaring Pluto in retrograde in Capricorn. So, and Mercury in retrograde in Libra is really a lot about understanding or gaining or regaining balance. This season of Mercury being in retrograde in Libra, you're going to see things like some justice being served. We've been seeing that. We might see some justice being delayed, but we are definitely seeing people take the moment to examine professional contracts, legal agreements, what has been perceived as a true legal agreement or what has been legal and just and true, and people are looking and saying may not be just and true. There's a lot of balancing of the scales. The karma is real, and it is being visited upon those who have thus far done effery. Okay? Those that have done effery in a real way. Okay? It's squaring Pluto. So if these individuals or companies or corporations, government structures, what have you, have fought change and transformation for the greater good of the collective at their foundational core, you are seeing right now the unraveling of all of this happening, or at least the beginnings of it. So they've been involved in effery, clownish, whatever you want to call it. You're seeing that. Some of you are probably seeing it in your own personal life, those that have done you dirty. Or if you've been done dirty by a governmental agency, you're seeing a balancing of the scales happening. Or you will shortly, I will tell you that. Because this gets real interesting come the new moon. Also, Mercury is trining Jupiter in retrograde in Aquarius again. This is another situation where Mercury, because of the influence of Mars, especially, and the sun, Mercury in and of itself kind of is just a messenger, just kind of delivers messages. It's pretty, it's not really, I would say, it doesn't have to, it can be benefic, it can be malefic, it can be, it doesn't, either way. It's really just the messenger. It's the deliverer of the message. Don't kill the messenger. But when you have this very aggressive Mars energy, right? And you have this kind of aggressive sun, right? Leo fire energy. So you got a lot of fire energy coming up on this air sign. And it basically, this fire energy is saying to Mercury, okay, you're moonwalking back here. On your way back, I'm gonna need you to release, right? I'm gonna need you to release some messages to some of these mother truckers that ain't been listening. We're not doing this anymore. It's a wrap. Things are getting shaken up. And some people are looking at that in a very fearful way, and other people are saying, yeah, please shake it up. Please rattle these cages, because what has to happen is that the expansion of, like, the Jupiter gifts, right? The Jupiterian expansion of territory, ability, gifts, and so on and so forth have to come forward, and they have to be brought out to the light for the collective good. And those that have been purporting that they are in doing what's right for the collective, it's being shown that that's not flipping true. And what I'm concerned about, and if you didn't watch last night's or listen to last night's podcast, please do so. It's still up on YouTube. I'm behind in getting it on the other streaming services, but we will. And I'll put it on Instagram too. But anyway, what is happening is there's also this higher dimensional split, because there's a lot of activity with the higher dimensional, if you will, a planet, right? They're really kind of moving in play with the personal planets, and they're doing a lot of stuff, and they're and we're moving into positions so that we can go forward. So what's happening is that those that have reached some level of awakening, unfortunately, some people are losing their footing and saying, I want to fit into this social media bullshit. And I want to fit into this social media consciousness. And I still want to keep my foot in the matrix while keeping my head in the clouds. And I'm not sure that they're saying, I mean, I don't think I'm choosing to believe that 99% of them are not doing it out of sense of any malice or anything like that. I think it is just that actual raising your vibration up to this fifth dimensional reality, even for those that we have seen thus far that have been, strong teachers and strong leaders and these gurus, they have become so tied to the matrix way of doing things and living, and how they earn, or how they, how they interact with, a monetary system or things like that, that they've gotten so tied into that they cannot fully extricate themselves out of their own sense of fear if they would be honest with themselves. Guys, I had not, all this stuff ain't written down. So this is straight channeled. This is a straight channeled message as to what I believe has occurred, is beginning to occur, and what the significance thereof is of what has occurred today. We as ascended beings, awakened, and those of us that are in a position of, we'll just quote air quotes, leadership in the spiritual arena. This was shaking to a lot. It should have been a wake up call to a lot of us as well. I love my brothers and sisters, but when I see them actually still really touting information, talking points from the matrix into the spiritual community, and trying to basically make us conform and control and be controlled by human thought and third dimensional intellect, I feel that that's problematic, because we're really supposed to be those that are clearing the way and showing the way for fit 5D new earth. So anyway, Mercury in retrograde, trining Jupiter in retrograde in Aquarius, that being in the fifth house of this fixed fire and collaboration and so on and so forth. That being that, honestly, I feel that is basically saying a lot of these gains of technological gains that have been either ill-gotten, or you didn't quite use it the way it was supposed to be used. It's time to pay the piper. So I would not be surprised, just if I'm looking forward, if we kind of look forward till tomorrow, let's look forward a day. I don't see, and interestingly enough, Venus is sextiling Pluto in retrograde, so in Scorpio. So that ish that people came and did in the dark, where they had all this possession, and they, what I'm saying, all this control, and they got to a point where it became an obsession. That's being brought out to the light too. Like Pluto in Capricorn is a tough transit per se, but it's really tough if you're not doing the right thing. It's very tough if you're not doing the right thing. Uranus in Taurus is very tough if you're not following your higher self. It's a rough one. And so again, Libra is all about balance of scales. And as we're going through October, we're going to see this kind of really heightened, very heightened. Because look, the new moon is happening so far into Libra, right? So far into Libra, second decan. That's like solid, right in the middle. And by the time we come out of that into the full moon in Aries, we're going to be at a very, very strong degree in Libra, and a very strong degree in Aries when that full moon happens. And then the second part of October, then we get into Scorpio, and oh boy, you better hold on to your socks, your shoes, because the revelation of what has been done in the dark, that it will be brought to the light, is about to be epic. But that also means we're going to see a further separation between 3D and 5D. We're going to see a further separation, unfortunately, even within the 5D collective, that I believe we're going to begin to see some of that fall back. Some of that group is going to have to fall back, unfortunately, but that doesn't mean that we're not going to see more awaken. I'm just interested. Let's see what October 5th looks like. Yeah, October 5th is very interesting. So, as the moon kind of moves away from Neptune over here, and everything begins to come into place with Mars and the sun being, conjunct, and then we've got, Mercury running backwards to meet up, and the moon running forwards. This is quite interesting, because now the moon will be trining, sextiling Venus, as Venus and the South Node come together, which is also sextiling Pluto, which is also sextiling Neptune. So this is really, I would say over the next few days, expect more outages, spotty, expect more glitchiness, expect more people's motivations behind why they have done what they have done, why they are doing what they are doing, to be illuminated. And in your own personal life, expect for yourself to feel so motivated to get off your butt and get moving, that you're just like, oh my God, I can't even. You're just gonna be like, I have got to do something. I don't know what that something is, but I better frickin' figure it out. Or if I already know what that something is, I better get moving. All right, let's stop that share for a second. Oh, how y'all doing over here? Sorry, guys. I was really into it. I was really, really into it. Oh, that's right. Thank you for bringing that up, Sunny. Please, if you're on Facebook and Instagram, please go in and change your passwords. Please do that. Okay. Wow. All right, you guys ready to go to the next stage, guys? Share this stream and let people know that I'm live right now. We're gonna go into the next bit here. We're gonna go into the next bit here. So I'm gonna take, so I can hit this. The new moon in Virgo. All right, let's bring that up. Okay. All right, here's the new moon chart in Virgo. I'm going to use this pen. This is going to be relatively quick. I want to really focus mainly on this right here. Those 4 planets is where the action is at. Them dear 4 planets is the action in Libra. So I'm going to review something here. Retrograde Mercury, reviewing terms of professional contracts and legal agreements, reunion with old passions. That could be not necessarily even old lovers. I'm saying being reunited with those old passions, those passions you had that you put to the side, right? And checking progress in personal relationships. If you've been in a relationship, whatever, a situationship or whatever, and you just are like, well, shit, I don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know where we're at, where are we heading, what's going on. Am I happy? Are you happy? Are we happy? You know, is this really helping me at all? And so you got to check for it, baby. Then, this is a time to review it. But also watch it, because this, Mercury being in retrograde, especially in Libra, can really make people kind of go, kind of go cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs, and really want to just tear each other apart. And maybe you're not understanding one another. So be very careful and be very sure, even if you don't have a lot of air in your chart. Like, I really don't have any major air placements. I don't even know if I have any placements at all in an air sign in my chart. However, I'm a 7th house sun with the 7th house stellium. So that's why the communication is so, right? I have a lot of air qualities to my Cancerian self, and a lot of air qualities to my Venus and Leo, right? So there's just a lot of, I need to communicate. I want to talk things out. So find that somewhere to be able to kind of really gather your own thoughts before you then push them out. But it also will put pressure on either, like, okay, we're either going to do this or we ain't. Either I'm going to continue to work for you or I'm not. Either I'm going to right? There's going to be a lot of that kind of situation going on, where it's like, either we going to do the darn thing or we not going to do the darn thing, but we going to have to decide one way or the other. One way or another, I'm going to find you. I'm going to get you one way. Right. Okay. Anyway. And also, if you're expecting some like legal decisions, unfortunately, there may be a delay. But what I'm also hearing is that a delay is not a denial. And the delay is going to allow you more time to regroup. If that's what happens, to regroup, and it's going to allow that other person more time, or people more time, to screw up. Okay, that is definitely what I'm hearing. Watch for mistakes. This pressure of Mars, the sun, the moon, and Mercury in retrograde kind of coming in between all of this, because you have to think about it. When the sun and the moon, it's a new moon, that means the sun and the moon are on the same side of Earth as it's looking towards the sun. That means Mars, well, the moon, Mars, Mercury, and the sun are all in kind of this alignment from the perspective of Earth. So what we have to do is we're looking past our emotions, because we really can't see them right now, because they've been occulted or, blinded by the sun light coming in, right? And then we got to look past the emotions. And then here we've got this kind of fiery, impulsively, like, aggressive, do it, right? Burn it down energy, right? We got that happening there. Make the change. And this feeling of being like everything has been bombarding you, like boom, 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 boom. Like the minute you get up, something else knocks. The minute you get up, something else knocks. The minute you get up, somebody else is saying something and somebody else is doing something. And it's one after the other, after the other, after the other. And for some of it, it could be good. But for some of it, it could be like this mixed bag of, okay, there's good stuff, but there's just one thing all the time. You can't catch your breath. That's that Mars kind of like crazed energy, because Mars wants to get through the thing really quick. We're not trying to feel anything. Look, listen, we'll just burn it down. We can rebuild. I'm gonna let Venus back over here. When she come back around, she can rebuild this mess. But for right now, can we just burn it down? Because it really ain't doing nothing. Nothing, not doing us any good. And the moon can't help you right now, because we're not even gonna talk about those emotions. Those things are worthless. And then though, we've got Mercury in retrograde on the other side of that. And then we got the sun over here. So the sun and Mercury And the sun and Mars are basically making a sandwich out of Mercury, a very fiery heat sandwich of that air. So what does that mean? That's got a lot of hot air. This is one of those situations. What I want you to be careful of is, you know how some of us can like hold in all of our feelings, emotions, and whatever for so long that what happens is it just bursts. Like you can just keep your mouth shut for so long and then one day it just explodes and everybody is looking at you like, why are they upset? Well, that's because you've held it in for so long. And so, or you'll say something like you've been waiting to say something to somebody for forever. And then, all of a sudden it just slips out because you just tired of that crap and you just can't take it no more. Now, I know I'm not the only one that's like that. I I know darn for sure I'm not the only one. So watch out for the blurting, okay? Watch out for the impulsivity because you got to remember, review the outcome or potential outcome, or review the agreement before it's signed. But what you are going to definitely feel like this impetus and this strong desire to take your power back, to take your authority back. Some people may begin to feel that there is undue pressure from the outside on your personal rights or how you live your life. This could result in a lot of dramatic things happening. So just be mindful of that. But what I'm not going to tell you to do is to put that away and put a cork in it. Because some of it, beloved, has to come out. Interestingly enough, what were some of the things I saw about this? This Mercury and Mars conjunction actually happens like in your own chart about every 6 to 7 years. Like in your natal chart. So if this is a conjunction that's happening in your natal chart, sometimes it can happen 6 to 7 years apart. More than likely, it's 13 years apart. So this is actually not this four banger right here is not something that happens a lot. Let's see. This is also going to give you a beautiful opportunity to gain and download information. It's going to help you reach your goals, because the sun is very, of course, egocentric. And I know a lot of us say, well, we need to die to ego and die to self in order to ascend. There is a healthy amount of ego and identity that we need to maintain. I think we've done, especially as empaths and spiritual people, done ourselves a grave disservice because we have killed our ego so much so that we basically become complacent and compliant. No more. Stand up for what it is you believe in. Stand up for yourself. Stand up for your individuality and your sovereignty. We are going to talk about that. And we need to stand up for the sovereignty of humanity and the sovereignty of the ascended and the awakened as well. What are your goals? Again, personal. These are 4 personal planets. The only one that's missing from the party is Venus. Now, she just hop, skipped, and jumped, and she over there hanging out in Scorpio, chilling like a villain, going over to party in Sag. That heifer ran off, okay? That's too much male energy for her. The heifer ran on down the street, and she going on over there to party. Okay, so and matter of fact, because she's about to meet up with the South Node. So she's just like, listen, I remember them days when I used to go out and hang out. Boy, was it a good time. Let me go. I'm going to let them fight it out up there. They'll figure it out. I'll get back to the goals in a minute. She on a whole nother trip. But anyway, this her down here. Let me give her a little pink, a little purple. This her down here. Getting ready to party her tail off. Anyway, this right here is all about your goals. So if you've had goals and you're trying to achieve them, this is a great new moon for achievement of goals. In fact, we'll get tomorrow, hopefully early, we'll get the crystal grid out for achievement of goals. Okay. Downloads on how, what, why, and moving it forward. Especially because we've got a square with Pluto, and look at Pluto. Can we say look at Pluto? Look at Pluto. Pluto is back direct. Pluto is like, whew, I'm done with this Capricorn. I have cleaned up the mess. I have transformed, hopefully, how you are interacting with this overall earthbound structure. And I am ready to begin my advancement towards the transformation of the collective. What a fabulous time we're about to be in. Pluto in Aquarius. So Pluto is like, can we make a final few changes internally in your internal foundation and how you are relating to the third dimensional realm as you elevate yourself and balance your scales? Okay? Can you do that? And so if you didn't have enough oomph from Mars, you're going to get some oomph from Pluto. Okay? It is also then trining Saturn that is still, yes, in retrograde. So we're going to have another Pluto-Saturn conjunction at some point here, I believe. It's looking that way. I'm not sure. In Aquarius. So this is giving you a moment. It's saying, okay, I'm not pushing all of this new resurrection of old spiritual technologies. I'm going to give you a breather. I'm going to allow you to like integrate what we've been doing. And then also we've got trining as well, a looser trine to Jupiter in retrograde also. So again, this is more time for integration. Venus, though, is squaring Jupiter. I think you might find that you might have a little hesitation and wondering, am I good enough to do this? And maybe some of you are going to be a little shy about putting yourself out publicly. All of this stuff is happening underneath the horizon, by the way. So this is all that hidden internal stuff that's going on within. This really isn't a lot of global stuff. This is all the hidden. So what that says to me, along with that south node right there, that's what that says to me is some of you that, if you've been a little hesitant to put yourself out on like social media and out on these platforms to be seen so that people know that you are here and you are actively doing the work, you're probably going to feel a little bit like that. You're probably going to be wondering, hey, are they going to find out about all those skeletons back there in my closet? Listen, let me tell you something. Nobody can burn you on a skeleton, right? If you expose it yourself in the right way. Let your narrative be your narrative. Don't let anybody else write your story for you. And honestly, beloved, I wouldn't be overly concerned about whether or not, you're going to have your deepest, darkest secrets exposed on the internet. Maybe you're worried about what other people are going to think because you've been keeping this love of spirituality and this love of energy healing to yourself all this time. That might be a little bit of that. But again, it's time. It's got to get out there because the world needs you. You need to be out there because that way you feel fulfilled. And then finally, we do have Neptune sextiling Pluto. Neptune in retrograde still in Pisces, sextiling Pluto. I think that's going to encourage growth. It's going to encourage transformation. It's going to encourage that we are going to really take personal responsibility for, again, how we interact with all of the illusions and the dreams, and that we're not going to give up on our dreams. I want you to take this here, this configuration and these transits over the next few days and recognize that you have every right and you should go after your dreams because the world's dream and the world's desire and the world's constructs are falling down. So why not? Why can't you go after your own? Okay. That's what that's saying to me. Ooh, wow, we doing a whole lot. Oh, hello, Secret. Hey, Deanna. Hi, guys. Sorry I didn't see you guys here. Hey, Red Violet. Hey, Jeanette. All right. Oh, I don't want that. Let me stop sharing. All right. Whew. Are you guys ready for some cards? Are you ready for some cards? This has been some ish. Let me tell you something. So, again, to recap, for those of you that just got here, I would look for some more outages. I would look for some more outages. I would look for some more glitches in the matrix. I would look for some more information coming out, more whistleblowers coming out. I would look for some more secrets, people's personal secrets. But more so, I would also be looking to yourself and saying, what is it that you need to do? What is it that you really need to do in order to get your shit together and reach your goals and finally go after what it is that you want? There is no daydream. There is no dream that cannot be made into reality. Those dreams that you have, those dreams that you had. Remember, I was talking a little bit about this reunification with passion, baby. Baby, those are the passions you had when you were a kid and a teenager and they told you you couldn't do it. Be reunified with your very base passions. And hopefully we can see this. What we've got here is, we're going to do this. I wanted this for the collective, though. Align your life. What is not aligned needs to change. Hopefully you guys can see that. That's from the Work Your Light Oracle deck. Align your life. That's collectively. All right, we're going to run this down rather quick because now I've already been on here an hour. Actually, I've done pretty good. If you didn't see my take on what happened today as far as Mercury retrograde and the rest of the transits and why in the world Facebook and the rest of that went down, I want you can either rewind it or I will be splitting this up and putting that up as its own video. So let's do something I typically don't do. Yes. See it in ourselves. Yes. All right. We're going to start with Libra. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising. First card I'm going to pull is your work Your Light card. Okay. Council of Light, divine orchestration, helpers in subtle realms. Libra, expect visitations this month. Libra, expect your guides, expect your angels, expect your starseed brethren and sisterin, if you will, siblings, to come and make themselves known in a real way. Your ancestors, all those ghosts in the machine, they're coming out. And you are being asked to become part of the council. You are being asked to take your rightful place and assist the rest of us in balancing the scales. Okay, bringing balance. And And here we have Gaia. This is from the Keepers of the Light Oracle. Be mindful of the planet, come back to Earth, and stay grounded. So while your light group is coming to see you, Gaia is also saying she needs you as well. Okay, because it's all part of this raising up of the foundation. All right, and we're going to use, this is the first time I'm using this tarot deck, the Celtic Dragon Tarot. I'm just going to pull a few cards. I thought that we needed some dragon energy today. Oh, wow. We have the Five of Wands. Y'all about the battle. Y'all is about the battle. We have the Nine of Wands. And we have the Five of Cups. This is an amazing. Yeah. Along with the Six of Cups. Let's get one more card for you guys. This is what I'm seeing here, what I'm sensing. Lots of change this month. Yep. And the Nine of Cups. That's your outcome. Lots of change this month, Libra. Lots of change this month. With all this wand energy, typically in a regular reading for me, I would feel like, oh my goodness, it's gonna be difficult and challenging. But what I'm really sensing is that what's happening is all of the shit. Oops, sorry. All of the stuff that is unnecessary is being burned away. And this alchemization, this transmutation, this translation of who you are as a being is being changed in a real way, that you are rising up as a phoenix as we come out of your season and into Scorpio. So where a lot of times these fives, you'd be like, oh, there's all this. Rah, 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 rah. It's more of you're sick and tired of the internal fight, and you're tired of taking on everybody else's fight. And instead, you're like, let me leave all this stuff behind so that I can raise myself up, so that my sense of self is no longer developed upon what everybody else here thinks it should be. But now I have a true sense of who I am, and I'm truly in love with me. Not in a weird narcissistic way, but I'm so sure with this Nine of Cups of what I possess spiritually. And again, with this Six and this Nine of Cups put together, like that to me, it just is automatically saying, hey, going back to the beginning of the first love, of the things that you really loved to do, the things that really got you going, and why you even started doing maybe what you're doing, or why you wanted to start to go embark on this journey, and then like just burning all the garbage away so that you're no longer conflicted, and freeing yourself of that which is keeping you from doing what you've always wanted to do. Yes, it can be a little bit lonely, and yeah, you have had need to be on the defense, and yes, you have had need to protect yourself. But what's coming out on the other end is that need to protect yourself is going away, because your counsel of light is with you, and that guidance from your higher self is going to take you right on in to all across the finish line. All right. All right, that is a Libra. What's next? Scorpio. I never start here, so this is weird, guys. Keep me honest. Thanks, guys, for hanging with me. I so very, very much appreciate it. So very much appreciate it, guys. Scorpio, please. One card for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card, Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Warrior woman, Scorpio. Gosh, I need better light over here. Have you answered your deepest calling? Warrior woman. Look, she's got that sword. Have you answered your deepest calling? Let's get one from the Keepers of the Light. That's from the Work Your Light. One, please, for Scorpio, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. Cheese and rice. I really legitimately cannot read this. Move beyond current challenges. Focus on what you desire. Warrior Woman, right? And Holy Amethyst, Divine Alchemy. What are you guys making this month, Scorpio? What are you creating within yourself? Are you fighting for your right to exist? Are you fighting for your calling? Are you fighting for what you know to be true? Okay. Judgment. Let me get another card, please. Whoa, whoa. Three of Pentacles. Nine of Cups. Yes, Temperance. It's time to get there. Great. We have King of Wands. I'm going to tell you all what I'm seeing from this in just a second. King of Wands, one more card, please. Yeah, the sun. I love it. Oh, that sun is beautiful. Listen, warrior, what do we have at the bottom also for you? Ten of Swords. Listen, okay. Scorpio, I love y'all. Y'all know y'all my Trine. I love you to pieces. But listen. This Ten of Swords tells me, let me tell y'all something. You have you've been beating yourself up and you've been letting other people beat you up. Sometimes, Scorpio, your worst enemy is your own mind. Sometimes your worst enemy can be your own mind. And I tell you why. Because you're so good at being the CIA, FBI, CSI, and CIS, MI6, KGB, right? NSA. You're so good at being the ultimate detective and getting down to the nitty gritty of stuff, but that you see a conspiracy or you see an issue behind every bush. And sometimes you just won't believe things are really as good as they are. So what'll end up happening is you push this away rather than fighting for it to come. So I don't mean fight for it in a bad way. I mean fight for it in a way that you know this is your birthright and you know this is why you came here and you know this is your mission. So are you going to fight for it or are you just going to let it lie down and just die? Are you going to create from your own divinity this alchemic, beautiful outcome, or are you just going to let it die? This, you are moving with this judgment card to who you were always called to be, but nobody said it would be easy. Nobody said it would be easy, but we did say it was going to be fulfilling. And it's what you signed up for. There are people that Three of Pentacles that have come into your realm that are meant to be partners, and they really honestly want to work with you, and they don't have any ulterior motives. But I'm going to take this Nine of Cups as you doubt yourself so much, and you're not sure whether or not they truly have your best interest at heart. And I'm telling you, they do. I'm telling you, they're here to assist you, and stop pushing yourself away. King of Wands, sit on your throne and actually do something. Like, get off your ass. You know, that passion that you've had, that belief in yourself that you had, and that bravado that you put out in front of everybody else, I'm going to need you to believe your own press. Because y'all put up a real good front. But see, us Cancerians, we know you back in that background, and you're really not sure whether you could do it. So I'm going to need you to go on and do that, because the outcome here is all happy, joy. It's the sun. This is one of the most powerful and one of my favorites The sun is trying to come out for you, Scorpio. This month, this new moon, the sun's trying to. So what you set into motion at this new moon will dictate what the sun is going to be shining on. And is it going to be shining on your true self? And are you going to allow yourself to flourish, or are you going to continue to try to be the martyr that nobody asked you to be? Now, I love you, but honey, you can't say them. Save yourself. Okay? And there are people that are out here to help you, but you got to fight for it. You got to make the decision that you're not going to allow anything or anyone to come in between you and your destiny. Okay. I love y'all. Oh, hey, Helen. What's going on? Hey, Leo son. How you doing, honey? Happy belated. Hey, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm sorry you didn't have a good birthday. Okay, we're going to move along. We're going to move it on. You as well, Helen. You as well. Thank you. Who's next? Scorpio, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Sagittarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the new moon, Sag for the new moon, Sun, Moon, and Rising. The ever unfolding rose cracked open. It's happening for you, not to you, Sagittarius. That rose is unfolding for you, not to you. Sag, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the keepers of the light, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the keepers of the light, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the keepers of the light. Hope, love, and acceptance. Love is yours. Recognize your divine worth. Choose loving thoughts. Sagittarius, are you in a situation where you are not loving yourself? You not loving yourself? Geez, secret, I told you, these gosh darn nails get in the way of like a good shuffle. Sag, remember, it's happening for you, not to you. Let's see what's going on with that for the new moon. All right. You know, I think the energy is a little weird tonight, but I also feel like the energy is like if you're not being true to yourself, it's a wrap. It's a wrap. Like, just finally be honest with yourself as to whatever it is you up to, whatever it is you're supposed to do. Just be fucking honest. Queen of Wands, Sag. Oh boy, there you go. That's you. Queen of Swords, Sagittarius. I feel like you're gonna have to start telling the truth to yourself. The shuffle like I mean it. Nine of Pentacles. What else we got, Sag? Whoa, that was a jumper. Up the world. I can see where this is going. And the wheel. Okay, Sag. All right, Sag. Ever unfolding rose. Sagittarius. You're gonna have to, y'all like to party, right? Y'all like to party. And there's not a lot going on in your sign, which makes you feel a little left out. All you've got is that the south node kind of moving on. And so you're finally about to be done with this north south node Gemini Sag axis, right? Being in you're like, you've been feeling pushed and pushed and pushed and pushed to do some things you don't want to do. And let me tell you something, a Sagittarius don't like to be pushed to do a damn thing. Hey, Jeanette. Sagittarius don't like to be pushed to do a damn thing. So what the problem is then is you knew all this time. It's been there for what, over a year? So you've known all this time that you really needed to kind of step into this. And a lot of you have. Some of you have done it kicking and screaming. And right now, as we're getting to this tail end and as we're coming into this harvest moon for this new moon, really what I'm hearing is you're going to have to come back to love of self and recognizing your divine worth and remembering who you are. Are you getting a theme? Are y'all seeing a theme here? Right? We talked about those 4 personal planets all conjunct in Libra. On Thursday, by the way, Miss Secret, on Thursday. Just thought I'd share that with you, just so you know. May not talk to you all day on Thursday, Miss Secret, because you're going to have a whole lot going on. Anyway. I'm kidding. I'll talk to you. But Sagittarius, so love and acceptance, right? Remembering who you are, sitting in your seat of power. Queen of Wands, this is you. So your ego, your authority, your personal divinity is what's being ushered in. Queen of Swords, that means it's time for you to tell the truth, the whole truth, and nothing but the truth, so help you. Well, you need to be honest with yourself and honest with others. Stop seeking to please other people. 9 of Pentacles, the only way you're going to find self-fulfillment in every aspect is if you are truthful with yourself and others, and you are sitting in your seat of power. Let the world, let this cycle end where you're taking care of everybody else but yourself, so that you can have good fortune that turns the wheel and finally come to you. Because everything that has been built upon up until this point is for your own good if you will allow it to be. But if you're going to sit in self-pity and wallow in such, Sagittarius, you're not going to find where you're going to get anything the good coming out of it, because you're too busy wallowing in self-pity that you can't see how it's really all for your good. Please trust that everything that has happened not happened to you, but it's happened for you, because had it not happened this way, you would have been in a world of hurt. Hey, welcome, Laura. Welcome, welcome. Thank you, everybody, for being here tonight. I know it was short notice. We really did end up doing 3 videos in one. Right now, I'm pulling some cards for each sign for the new moon. I haven't done that in a long time. And we are now on Capricorn. And at the beginning, I talked about the Mercury retrograde and how we got here and what those transits, all that ish that happened today. But do expect some more outages. Then we also talked about the new moon. So we will get that up and split up a little bit later. All right. So we are on Capricorn. Here we go. From the work your light, get grounded. Well, that's not very difficult for a Cappy. I love you. Sun, moon, and rising. Empaths, highly sensitives, connect with nature. Capricorn, get out there and connect with nature. I feel like Cappies, some of you are a little off kilter and ungrounded, and that's the problem. Little off kilter and ungrounded. And you need to get back out there. Sun, moon, and rising from the keepers of light. Sun, moon, and rising from the keepers of light. Ooh. Odin, which I feel like Odin might be the Norse Cappy god. I think it's the god for Saturn, I think. Somebody correct me if I'm wrong, but I feel like Odin is the Norse version of Saturn and Kronos. Psychic insight. Your third eye is open, Capricorn. See truth for what it is. Follow your intuition. Hey, Anna. We're on Capricorn now. Capricorn, energy coming towards you. The High Priest, Taurian energy. I like that. What you're bringing to the party is the Wheel. This is for the new moon. This is a good. This is good. The Knight of Pentacles. The Queen of Wands came out and wants to be acknowledged. I'm going to put her up there because I believe she is really for some level of explanation here. We also have the Queen of Swords. And the King of Cups. All right. Bottom of the deck for you is the Seven of Pentacles. Capricorn, a lot of you guys have been waiting for something to just kind of fall off the tree. You've sown some really great seeds, don't get me wrong. But I feel like you guys are kind of in this pensive, I'm not sure if I'm supposed to pull the trigger or not mode. The High Priest is telling me it's time for you to commit. Commitment is yours. Okay? It's time for you to commit. This Queen of Wands is telling me it's time for you to be self-assured. Remember all that throughout this whole entire reading. Be self-assured. Recognize your divinity. Recognize who you are. Sit in the seat of your power. Sit in the seat of your throne. Remember that you truly do have sight. You are intuitive. You can hear. Okay? And those things that you feel that are emotions, please use that energy and set it in motion for your highest good. Because what you really are ready for in this October is the Wheel. You're ready for an excellent harvest, and that it is coming towards you. It is turning finally in your favor. Knight of Pentacles, but you have been moving so slowly and so methodically that it's time with this Queen of Swords to kind of cut through the bull crap and go on and go forward. Like, you see where you're supposed to go. You know where you're supposed to go. You know this is meant for you. You know that you're meant to take this next step. So what the universe is saying is it's time to take the next step and have the faith in your own, dare I say, priesthood. You know, the high priests were used throughout history as messengers of God, right? As messengers from spirit, as messengers, and they heard from God and they came and delivered the message to the people. Be your own high priest and hear what you're supposed to be hearing and going and do it. The King of Cups. No, there's not a manipulative Piscean or Scorpio sitting around waiting to like do you dirty. What this is to me is saying is that there is, though, this kind of masculine being unmoved, like just knowing something so deep inside of yourself that this is the way to go and this is what to do and this is what you are meant for, that nothing stops you. Nothing can waver. Like when a king, when a man, or this masculine energy really like falls for you and falls in love with you and just like is like, I'm here for you, that kind of daddy energy. It's unwavering, it's unconditional. So please love yourself and look at your passions and look at the next stage, what you're setting your intentions on for this new moon in an unconditional way. And don't let anyone move you off of it. Oh, Gemini has come. All right. Where are we at? Aquarius. Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get one card from... Okay. I have the Council of Light, and I also have the Pillar of Light. Your vibration is rising. You are the Oracle, Aquarius. So much like Libra, I think the air signs, we'll see if this happens with Gemini too, but I feel like the air signs are about to get, like at this new moon, a higher level of communication, light codes, activations, a changing of like how your mind works, like kind of turning all of that on, or should I say kind of turning off the third dimensional mind so that your higher dimensional self can take over. Faith, humanity, and benevolence. Stay calm, Aquarius. Trust the good in yourself and others. See the light in the world, Aquarius. Go on. Don't tear my stuff up over there, Gemini. See you, Frank. Thank you, Red Violet. Let's do one more shuffle. We got Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. So Aquarius, you too, your counsel is coming in to talk to you. Guys, don't be afraid if you're, doing some kind of, I don't know about astral travel, but let's just say you are not in your body all night long or during your meditation time. And have faith that, cut it out. Stop it. Have faith that what you're seeing and what you're hearing is real and true. I don't think that's right. All right, Aquarius, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Sorry, I'm fussing at my cat. And no, I'm not inviting her up here. Ace of Cups coming towards you, Aquarius. Some renewed or new love. Let's see what that's all about. I think for a lot of you guys, you've been going through this weird, emotional state. 9 of Cups. Yeah, and you haven't really known what to do with it, but I feel like there's a flushing. It's this cleansing of all of this emotion, right? That's happening. Oh, 10 of Cups. Oh my gosh, Aquarians, you guys are I don't want all this energy. I don't want all these emotions. 9 of Swords. Why are you guys anxious? Seven of Swords. Okay, that's what I got for you guys. Aquarius, what's on the bottom of the deck for you? The Empress. See, Aquarians, you guys know that there is this wonderful, beautiful birthing, or should I say manifestation energy that's just waiting for you. It's there and you know that it's there. I feel like this Ace of Cups is finally whatever was blocking this flow of energy for you and this flow of intuition and higher knowledge of higher self actually is breaking free. I see this dam just opening, right? And this rush of fabulous light, this beautiful crystalline just river, but it's the rapids running in. And it's really, with this 9 of Cups, going to kind of fill you up to the point where you're you know what, I do have these capabilities. I can be intuitive, and I can be intuitive and spiritual in a very focused way as well, right? 10 of Cups, whereas part of your family may have felt that you were kind of a little not there. I do see where your soul tribe is coming into play, and they're really going to assist you, and you're really going to find, if you haven't already, but solidify your ties with this group of people that are just tremendous for you and that are going to help elevate you and help you through this emotional time, right? Where you can learn how to sort these emotions through and utilize them properly. But I also see this, I think that's also tied with your council of light and you becoming this pillar of light. Yet that while your vibration is raising, then you've also got this council of other dimensional beings that are finally showing themselves to you in a real way, and kind of maybe solidifying some of the footing and some of the beliefs, but also elevating it at the same time. This 9 of Swords, I think that some of you Aquarians have been in so much consternation about either your gifts, is it too much? Is it real? Is it not enough? if we're in this age of Aquarius, why am I not like exploding with all this stuff? Do you know what I mean? Like, you just been anxious about this whole thing, and I'm just hearing spirit say there's no need to be anxious. Like, there's no need to be anxious. That what you are about to receive will be all at the right time and all at the right pace. There's no need to run so fast, and there's no need to try to put the brakes on it either. Just let it flow as it's meant to, because um, it will all show itself and make sense in due time. Also, though, with the Seven of Swords, I feel like you guys have either feel like there's been time stolen from you, or you've lost a lot of time. You've wasted time, right? Maybe some of you feel like you sacrificed or have happiness stolen from you because you kind of had to make some choices in your personal lives that you didn't necessarily want to make, but you knew it was the right thing to do. But that's also why I think you've got this Empress down here, because there will be a redemption of all of that. And at this new moon, really what it is, oh, look, we have the High Priestess as well. And we also have the King of Cups. So this is really telling me, honestly, what this new moon for you really should be about is not losing the faith, having compassion for yourself, and really just kind of loving yourself through this transition that you're making into this higher dimensional being that is knowingly higher dimensional, but still has a very good ability, to be very useful, of course, here in the third dimensional realm. This may sound like I'm still talking in circles, but it's going to make sense to you, Aquarians. And just know that you've not wasted any time. There's no such thing as a waste of time. Everything that you've been through, you've needed to go through. And it's all been in the right timing. Okay. Yeah, that's true. All right, Pisces. Let's keep it going, guys. Oh, it's been a while since I've read for all 12 signs in a row. Good Lord Jesus, help us all. Okay. Pisces, Sun, Moon, Rising. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I don't know why I did this. Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Gosh. The initiation, Pisces. Rite of passage, crossing the threshold. Pisces, what are you getting yourselves into? What do the keepers of the light have? Keepers of the light. Sun, Moon, and Rising, Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Pisceans. Freya. Oh, she's one of my favorites. Phases and cycles. There is a beginning within every ending. Illusions are revealed and released. What are you guys? I feel like this is a portal moment for you guys. I didn't really necessarily see it in the chart, but this is really a portal for you guys. All right, Sun, Moon, and Rising. My God, today. Okay, the Chariot coming towards you. Whoa. Jumper. Two of Swords. Oh, wow. Okay. All right, here we go. Six of Swords. I'm going to put that Seven of Swords up there. Wow, this Nine of Swords. We got a lot of anxiety going on in the collective, don't we? A lot of anxiety. And this Eight of Swords. I'm also the Seven of Swords came out, and I'm going to hold on to her. With the High Priestess again on the bottom of the deck, which can be the Pisces card. Listen, with this Chariot energy and this Two of Swords, yes, this is an initiation. Yes, this is the end of cycle, and a cycle and the beginning of another. And are you going to choose? You're being given this choice, and there's a little bit of indecision whether or not you're going to move forward into this new cycle or you're going to kind of stay behind. Because I think this Seven of Swords shows some very insecure areas of thought of whether or not moving into this new space or just moving period or whatever the case is the right thing to do. But with the Six of Swords energy coming towards you, that tells me it is time to move forward in thought and in deed, in thought and in the way you move, in thought and speech. In every way, it's time to move forward and get away from what's been going on before and take the leap of faith to go to something that will be better, right? Hi, sweetie. Nine of Swords. You've been stressing. When we have this delusion, like this Eight of Swords energy, you've been trapped in your mind. But when we have the delusion around us or the illusions around us all falling apart, it's probably one of the hardest signs is hard on us Pisces, because you kind of live in that illusion. Yeah. King of Cups, King of Wands, and Two of Wands. What this is just really telling me is that if you go on and there's the King of Swords, Three of Swords, and the World. If you go on and allow what has been being cut out of your life to continue to be just kind of removed, and it feels harsh right now because it's like not nice surgery. It's like you're having all these things, Pisces, kind of just yanked out of your world right now just because they have to be. You've let them sit and fester a little bit too long. And so now it's like life or death surgery. And it's really so that we can go on, do the heartbreak if it's necessary right now, and work through the feelings so that this chapter can end, so that what you can enter into is this next time period of growth and love and acceptance. So this is your initiation. This is your time period of where you're being taught how to handle these emotions without doing a deep dive, and actually going on and getting some, closure or reconciliation, or, just getting improved tools in order to handle it so that you can help other people move through these phases. But once you're through this process, man, it's going to be so much easier and so much nicer for you. It's like you're going to come up to this place of neutrality where then these things won't phase you as much. Pisces energy does feel a lot like Cap energy to an extent, because Pisceans are being asked to be grounded. All right. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Awakening, energetic upgrades, a new way of being, integration. We talked about this integration as well into the collective of light codes and light energy, right? We're being given an opportunity to do so because, right, we've got all the big boys in retrograde, at least until the new moon. From the Keepers of the Light, one card for Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Aries, Sun, Moon, and Rising, please. One card. What? Isis, or the Americans would say Isis. Magic manifesting. Your dreams, visions, and goals are becoming reality. Stay focused as you're going through this awakening. You're also going through a rebirth. Isis is all about rebirth and the magic of manifesting. Love it. Thank you guys for being here. We're on Aries. We started with Libra. We're doing some new moon readings. I haven't done that in a while. And coming towards you, Aries, Knight of Cups. Ooh, messages of love, messages of assistance. Messages of collaboration. Seven of Pentacles. You guys have been going to see a little bit of your harvest as well. Nine of Pentacles. Let's get another one. It's going to begin to come into fruition. Strength. Outcome. Five of Cups. And let me get bottom of the deck for you guys. Yeah. Four of Pentacles. This is interesting to me. How I'm reading this is this. So you're gonna be getting a lot of information as far as offers, people coming in bringing you offers. You may have offers for new positions during this new moon cycle, offers to start your business, offers to learn a new skill, but there's offers coming towards you. Could be also love offers. With the Seven of Pentacles, though, I think that there's going to be a little bit of a hesitation as far as what's really going to bear fruit for you and what's really going to be fulfilling for you. What I'm also, though, seeing with the nine, don't eat my flowers. The Nine of Pentacles, though, I know. Everybody say hello to Gemini. With the Knight of Cups, the Seven of Pentacles, and the Nine of Pentacles. Let me leave you right here. Let me get some clarification because I'm not really seeing. Yeah, the Queen of Pentacles. Thank you. So this is what I'm seeing, and as I'm tying this together, then you're going to be told, here, you could do this, you could do that. There's going to be like different quick offers coming in. Some people are going to say to you, I'm not sure if any of them are going to be good for you. But there's going to be one or two that's going to really stand out for you. As you know, this is going to be fulfilling. This is going to be the way to go. And you're going to have your choice with the Seven of Cups of a few good opportunities. None of them are going to be bad. Whichever one you choose, that's the one Queen of Pentacles is going to manifest. However, what I'm going to encourage you to do is also take into account your energetic upgrades and don't make the snap decision just simply based on kind of some of the things that you would typically make your choices by. In other words, yes, we got a lot of Mars energy going on, but I'm going to ask you to take a breath and take a moment within. And allow your higher self to guide you. Find the strength to do that, because this Five of Cups and this Four of Pentacles is also telling me some of you guys have been a tad bit beat down. You've been guarded. And some of you may feel like, I really want to hold. See, there's two different stories here. Some of you are going to have this opportunity. It's going to be kind of like this opportunity of a lifetime. And it may not be fully fruitful immediately, but it will be eventually. However, you're quite unsure of that. And because of your unsurety, because of your questioning, you unfortunately may not believe enough in yourself. And you might remain so guarded that you're not really able to move forward. Allow the magic to happen. Allow the magic to happen. And allow yourself to finally flow in higher dimensional energy and not just by what you see. All right, Aries? Because the awakening for you is occurring. It is. But sometimes it's harder for for some signs it's a little bit more harder because it's such a collective effort that it can be difficult to find your place and your footing in, because you see and you hear things and you know that it's right, and you want everybody to like believe the same way that you believe immediately. You got to give us the rest of a chance. All right, moving on to Taurus. We're almost done, guys. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We started with Libra. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Here we go. I'm doing pretty good on time. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One of the work you're like. Birthing a new age. Birthing new creations, dreaming a new world into being. How appropriate with Uranus being in your sign. Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the new moon. One of the keepers of the light. The Shekinah, sacred self. Unleash your spirit, express your gifts, dance to the sacred rhythm of life. Have you noticed these cards tend to match? So we have birthing a new age, and then the sacred self to unleash your spirit. Taurus, you guys been holding back? Y'all been holding back. Y'all been holding out. Eight of Pentacles. Hard work. But it's going to be work that you want to do. Oh my gosh, I can't wait for you to get into it. If you haven't gotten into the spiritual side of your life, you need to. Ace of Wands. Yep. This is Taurus, Sun, Moon, and Rising for the new moon. Gosh, Seven of Pentacles. You know, I'm telling you something that's coming out a lot in this Nine of Wands. Don't be worried and don't be concerned that if you're not seeing a lot of manifestation of fullness of what you're doing, don't be worried about it. Okay, right away. The Empress, because it's going to take a minute for it to come to fruition. And then we have the Nine of Pentacles. Taurus, what I love about this is like you're going to find what you're so passionate about as you're birthing a new age for yourself and finally walking in your spiritual gifts and walking in your spirituality and your divinity, that what's going to happen is it's going to really start to pay dividends rather immediately in it, but in a small way. But you're going to be able with the Empress to actually see the long term in who you are and see that you're really capable and able to manifest this life that you never thought was possible. Like you didn't think you're going to be able to live this life, but you really are going to be able to do that. And it's going to be so personally fulfilling. What's on the bottom of the deck for you guys, by the way? I didn't check that. Yep. 10 of Wands. You're going to stop carrying other people's burdens. And then Ace of Pentacles, because this is going to be such a brand new, amazing beginning, a new start in all ways for you, right? Queen of Wands, where you're living your best life. The Death card, where you're transforming yourself into your new self. There's that rebirth. Three of Swords, we're so done with all the heartache and all the pain, right? It's just over. It's over. And then Six of Pentacles coming into balance, and Queen of Cups finally loving yourself. I think this new moon energy for you is going to just be transformational. Thanks, Marie. Yeah, it's going to be immediately transformational. So Taurians, again, if you haven't begun to really live from your spiritual self and live from that life, I need you to start doing that definitely this new moon, because that's what you're really coming into. Like finally tapping into your dreams and believing that they can come true. 1 second, guys. I need to fix my pillow. 1 second. Okay. Whew. All right. Well, was Taurus, right? Gemini. She's right here, by the way. Sun, moon, and rising. Sun, moon, and rising. You guys are hanging in there with me. For the new moon. Ooh, Gemini. No. Wait, postpone, pause, say no. Remember part of that energy. Remember part of that energy that we were talking about is you got to wait. You got to look at things. Mercury in retrograde in Libra, but conjunct with Mars, it gets very impulsive. And then we have Gaia, Earth connection. So you need to get grounded as well, Gemini. Let's see what we got going. Now, I will say for your intentions. Let's see. Oh, I'm sorry. Guys, these nails. I love my nails. But let me tell you something. I'm having to relearn how to shuffle. What mixture are you talking about, Marie? Okay. Oh, Buckley's original has pine tree. Okay. It's just the end of the day, honey. All right, here we go. Gemini. Here you got the Eight of Pentacles too. And you guys saw I shuffled that darn deck. You have the High Priest. The Emperor. I see what's happening here. The Nine of Swords. Four of Pentacles. And we've got the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck for you. Listen, Gemini, that's what I'm seeing. You've been working on something for a long time with this Eight of Pentacles. This has already been something you've been thinking about, you've been working on. Haven't been entirely certain about, but you've been working on it, right? Working towards it. There's been a goal you've been working towards. But some of you are losing faith in whether or not that's going to happen. No. I'm here to tell you that it is. But not in the way that you really would. That you would prefer for it to happen. But it's going to happen in the way that it should happen. But you're not seeing the forest for the trees right now. I feel like you're going to get an offer, though. We've got this no where this is wait, right? You're going to get an offer. And it's not going to feel quite right. go with that gut and wait and look at it. Whoever's giving you this offer is not going to really want to negotiate initially, and they're going to try to pressure you with this Emperor card. They're going to try to pressure you into taking it. And I'm hearing very strongly that you have to seek to be sure that you're balanced with the Six of Pentacles, and I also have the Two of Pentacles, and the Tower. Oh my gosh. Okay. I have the Six of Pentacles on the bottom of the deck, the Two of Pentacles, the Tower, the Magician, and the Hanged Man. All right, listen to me. It's going to give you anxiety at first because you're just like, oh my gosh, I can't just not do this. I can't just not. Yes, you can. And yes, you must. Don't. Because if you take it, you'll be out of balance. The first one. What you're going to need to do is wait, because what's going to play out for you is with the Six of Pentacles and Two of Pentacles, then if you continue to negotiate, what's going to happen is it's going to swing back into your arena. Like it's going to swing back into more in your favor or an imbalance. If you don't negotiate, it's going to end up being a tower moment for you. And then you're going to be like, how the hell am I going to get out of it? The only way to avoid that tower moment is to put it on pause for a second. Let it flow through let it flow through a week, right? Don't make this snap decision, because in the end, you will create with the Magician card and then the Eight of Wands. And the Eight of Wands, then you will eventually get the messages and the communication that you've been looking for. But it all is going to stem on you kind of standing your ground and not being manipulated and remaining grounded and not jumping at the first thing. Remember, part of the new moon with that conjunction of Mercury, Mars, the moon, and the sun all in Libra is you can tend to make a snap decision that ends up being a mistake. So I want you to really look over these contracts, look over the agreements, make sure it's all in your favor, and don't take the first offer. Bye, Deanna. Thanks for coming, honey. All right, Gemini. All right, moving on to, oh yeah, it's late for her. Moving on to Cancer. Almost done. 3 more, guys. Almost done. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising from the Work Your Light. Star Mother. Oh. How can you mother yourself? Ooh, Star Mother. You trying to mother yourself? You trying to mother yourself? Did it, honey? Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Secret is moderating for me tonight. Thank you. Oh my goodness. Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Let's get a Keepers of the Light. The Divine Director. Intervention and Purpose. Okay. Divine intervention is occurring. Know that you are being guided. Happiness is your purpose. Star Mother and the Divine Director. You know, I've never seen the Star Mother card. 1 second, guys. Star Mother and Divine Director. I could tell I never go into this darn book. I could have sworn that was what this was. If I can't find it. Oh, that's why, because it's a transmission card. I don't know. I'll find it. Because evidently it's not meant for me to find it right now. I don't know what this is then. What kind of darn card is it? This is weird. Okay, Star Mother. Huh. So basically what that's saying is you need the Cancer, we can't be holding on to our own issues. Like we need to allow the guidance from above. How can you mother yourself? Cancer, you can't be your own mother. Okay, Cancer, you can't like we need to allow others, we need to allow for assistance from above. And the divine director is saying that there is intercession and intervention on our behalf. So can we just let it happen and not try to like over complicate things? Here we go. Here we go. The Chariot. That's us. So listen up, Cancer. Sorry, guys. I took so long with that other bit. King of Cups. High Priest. Yeah. Four Swords. So I'm going to apologize to all Cancer, Sun, Moon, and Rising because I really feel like this is a real personal message. Temperance and Eight of Cups. Bottom of the deck, the Ten of Pentacles. Okay. Listen, Cancer, listen up. This King of Cups is here because this is like basically Father God, the Mother Father God part, Father God part. Basically, the universe saying, listen, I got your back. I got you. I got you covered. I have you. Okay? This is not a time for you to be all like kind of watery and mushy and gushy. Okay? This ain't the time. What this is the time for is you to be standing strong on who you are, but also standing strong and knowing that you're not alone in this, and you don't always have to be the one to do every damn thing and be everything to everybody. You actually do get to sit back and get loved and adored and cared for every once in a while, Cancer, and let this new moon time allow you to be able to kind of sit in who you are and just allow that to develop and really get in touch with what it is you really want to do at your core. And who are you at your core? And why are you pretending to be somebody that you might not be? You can't be all things to all people. So don't try. How about being all things to yourself? Because then you'll be good for everybody else. With this High Priest, don't lose the faith and follow the peace at all times, at all costs. Don't lose the faith. But also with this High Priest card as well, it's also time for you to take your place. It's time for you to take your place. Thank you, Carolyn. And take your position, but first within your own life and knowing that you're protected in every way. This outcome cards or advice, Ace of Cups and Temperance. You know how I feel about Temperance. It's that this the alchemaic card. And truly this card really begins to show all the elements coming together to create something beautiful on the inside, a beautiful dragon. And then with the Ace of Cups, this is a new waterfall, a new river that's to overflow. What's going to happen is you are going to find, Cancer, that when you allow the universe to take care of you in a way that is divine and protected, and you're kind of allowing yourself to be put back into this cocoon just for a little while, this chrysalis, just for a little while. When you come out and you restructure and you redo and you transmute and you transform, when you come out, the new upgrades, the new love, the new very strong emotional river that flows from you is going to be so beautiful and so powerful that you'll again be able to run. But this is really, we're coming into our season where we need to do a little bit of the resting and a little bit of the hibernation. But I feel like Cancers, and this is me too, we've been running ourselves a little bit ragged. And we've missed the boat on actually maintaining our happiness and our joy, which is really our superpower. So don't lose the faith, follow the peace. Everything is turning out in your favor, and know that the universe has your back. Because 10 of Pentacles energy is here, right? Fulfillment, abundance in all areas, judgment. You're living your life. You're on your life path, hopefully, or you're moving on there. You just got to make this decision, Two of Swords, to not be Nine of Swords in all sorts of anxiety, and King of Wands, and just standing in your truth and living in your truth, because then you get King of Pentacles, abundance. This also shows a lot of us, if you have not yet, this is probably a good time to start your business. This is a great time for business ownership and moving towards that. Also Cancer, or gaining, a higher position or management at the company that you're at. Okay. All right. Leo, 2 more. Leo. Leo. Oh, thank you, sweetie. Yes, write the book. I'm going to acknowledge Warrior Woman for Leo. I'm not sure that that's the exact right one, though. So that's Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. We're on Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Wow. Leo got birthing a new age as well. We'll acknowledge that, but I feel like there's a different one for Leo. Sorry, guys. Okay. There is no way that all of these are coming out the same. All right. So I had Warrior Woman, and I'm going to tell you, Leo, the other ones that came out. Align your life and birthing a new life. And then we also have Dance with Life. Have a nice night, Marie. You'll probably see me before Sunday. Dance with Life. Do something to change your energy. You could tell these cards are getting tired. The cards are getting tired. Not the reader. The cards. Never the reader. There we go. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising, Keepers of the Light. Leo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Hilarion, Divine Healing. Honor your sensitivity. Retreat to recharge and heal. Your light can support others. And then Dance with Life. Right? Do something to change your energy. Leo, I feel like a lot of you guys need some really internal healing, right? Because you've been out of alignment too. Some of you Leos have been really out of alignment lately. But you need to change that energy up coming into this season. You don't necessarily like to be told you got to balance. Some of you guys. Queen of Pentacles. Yep, you got to ground so you can manifest. You got to ground so you can be sure of yourself. So you can walk with that pride, right? 4 of Wands. You're heading towards the right direction, right? Life purpose. Some of you guys are going to be either popping the question or entering into a lifelong partnership. 9 of Cups. Let's see what else we got. Knight of Pentacles. Wow, a lot of, whoa. Chariot, a lot of speedy Cancerian type energy, a lot of movement this new moon. Yep, Queen of Swords, live your truth. Okay, here we go. Leo. This Queen of Pentacles and this Four of Wands tells me that there you are meant to move into an area of stability and not so much volatility. That there is, with this like divine healing energy and this like doing something to change your energy different, like make a difference, make a move, make a change. You might say, well, the Queen of Pentacles doesn't say change, but she kind of does, because the Queen of Pentacles is like, let me get grounded and let me just kind of like, let me do something to bring stability to my life and continuity. Let me make an avid decision to be healthy in all areas. Let me make an actual actionable move and plan so that I can be the bearer of new life, so that I can be the bearer of life, and so that I can oversee all of the areas of growth that I have thus far seen in my life, right? And this Four of Wands says, hey, listen, I'm overlooking my life. This is my life blood. This is what I'm meant to be. This is what I'm meant to do. And so I think a lot of you are right there on the precipice of where you're meant to be and what you're meant to do. And with this Nine of Cups, that's really good, what's going to make you so happy and so fulfilled. But with this Knight of Pentacles, you've held yourself back. Right? Don't forget, we've got the Queen of Swords on the bottom of the deck as well. You've held yourself back. You've not really you've been too afraid to like really embrace the truth and really live your truth and speak your truth and say, enough is enough. I need to live a balanced life and I need to do what makes me happy, and damn what everybody else says. But the outcome or advice is to run towards it with the Chariot, with I'm not going to say reckless abandon, because that's not what the Chariot does. But what the Chariot does do, that energy is, no matter what is like kind of like the driving forces that may like try to distract us one way or distract us another way, we stay forward and stay focused and keep moving. Like, it doesn't matter what's going on around us. We'll deal with that crap later. We're going to move forward. And so what I'm really hearing is it's time to move forward. And for some of you, you've just been people pleasing way too long and you've been just satisfying everybody else. And it's time for you to heal up from not allowing your own voice and your own needs and your own desires and to come to the forefront and be honored. But in that honoring of self, that's really going to change your energy and it's going to change how people relate to you. And so it's time for you to rise up and live your truth. Okay. All right. Last but certainly not least, Virgo. You guys made it through the whole thing, and I went through the whole zodiac starting at Libra, and I actually made it. I didn't forget anybody. Shocking. All right, let's see. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. I thought sure I was going to forget. You guys know when I don't start like with Aries, I like lose my place usually. So I'm really proud of myself for not losing my place tonight. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. Virgo, Sun, Moon, and Rising. One card from the Work Your Light. You got Council of Light too. What else do we have? And star mother, you can't mother yourself. I think Virgo, that's because, we've got the moon leaving your sign pretty much not till tomorrow. Well, no, yeah, tomorrow early. I think that you've been through enough, and you're finding your tribe too. Archangel Michael, trusting heaven. You are safe, Virgo. Angels stand close. Surrender your concerns and allow a miracle to occur. Archangel Michael. Hey, Anna. Oh, I'm not trying to make you cry. I just feel like this is, let me tell you something. When I said at the beginning of 2021 this was a year of change, I had no idea like all the changes each of you guys, all of us were going to go through, and each different elevation and portal, and it's just crazy. And what we would be shedding all along the way. Three of Cups. Three of Swords. Oh, Virgo, you've come through so much. The Magician. Lots of King of Cups energy. That really is telling me like that beautiful balance, masculine, feminine love, right? Oh, Page of Wands. And bottom of the deck, Temperance, Four Swords. Okay, so I'm going to keep that off to the side. Listen, with this Three of Cups and this Three of Swords, this is this transitional period that you guys have come from, but you've had some interference from the outside. People have kind of taken advantage of you a little bit, Virgo, I think. And there's been some heartbreak. Like you really thought that there was going to be certain people that are going to be around and they were going to stick around and they weren't going to leave you. And that they were there for the long haul. But unfortunately, what's happened is that, either they couldn't be trusted or they just like couldn't, like they weren't really of the right mindset, right? They weren't really about your best interest, unfortunately. Yeah, 10 of Pentacles. And I think for some of you guys, you really saw yourself like in a long-term situation, partnership, or whatever with them, and that you thought it was really going to bear a lot of fruit. But unfortunately, the Seven of Swords, yeah, I feel like they used you for your abilities. Like some of you, if you're gifted and you're Virgo, like you're gifted, I feel like they've used you for your giftings, right? Or, they've kind of like abused that situation. Or if you're just talented, if you're talented in any area, I feel like you've been used for that, for your talents. Where, they profited off of it, or they profited off of it. They didn't give you what you should have been getting, right? They didn't give you your just due. And that really affected you a lot. Like it could have potentially like really made you where you didn't want to trust anybody, and completely understand that. But you've had patience with yourself and you've been able to find that peace, right? And so now we're in this new kind of alchemic transmutational cycle right now. And again, your counsel is coming in as well. So those of you that have not been yet really in touch with your counsel, your higher counsel, they're there. All right, they're there. They exist. They're waiting for you. They're going to work with you. They're there with you. And what we're finding then is in the magicians, with the Magician and the King of Cups, right? With this Page of Wands, these three tell me here, and I really feel like the King of Cups is really kind of Archangel Michael. And understand that I get it. Michael's like this fiery, right, defender and this warrior angel, but he also loves you beyond anything, right? He loves you. And he's going to make sure that you're protected and that your heart is protected, and that he's going to help you protect your heart even when you can't. He's going to make sure that these people don't come back around to try to use you again, and that you understand how to spot them before they come at you, Virgo. So you're coming into a time of manifestation, of creation, and a creation with a foundation of like love, light, and surety, right? And this foundation of this kind of newfound like inspiration of, you know what, I know this was before, but now I can see, I can do these things, and I can really create such a new world for myself. And I don't, I get it. Those people, they were there to teach me a lesson, right? Queen of Cups, you're doing a lot of self-care, right? And you're really having compassion for yourself, and not and do have compassion for yourself. Don't like beat yourself up. Page of Cups, I really do feel like you're going to get some new friendships also that are going to come about from this, right? Five of Swords, where there's been some conflict and thought, I do feel like you're kind of coming into the settling, right, of that. And Three of Pentacles, you got all kinds of partnerships happening: starseed partnerships, angelic partnerships, soul tribe partnerships. All of these partnerships are coming into place. So for this new moon, I really want you to focus on what is the next chapter for me, and how can my gifts, abilities, ideas, how can they be best utilized to like really assist me in my purpose and fulfilling it, and what's going to give me joy and being in alignment with my higher self and the angels. Okay, that's it. That's everybody. Everybody. That's everybody. All right, guys. 2 hours and 17 minutes. Not too bad. 2 astrological chart readings and 12 zodiac signs. I think we did pretty darn good. Hey, guys, thank you so much for being here. We're going to chop this up into bite-sized pieces, and then we'll eventually put this up with its timestamps as well. Okay? Won't be tonight. I'm tired. All right, guys, we're going to let you go. We'll be back again tomorrow night, probably, or very early in the morning for our meditation for the new moon. So we're going to do new moon meditation. I might play it all night tomorrow night. Okay? All right, guys. I love you guys a lot. Peace, love, blessings, and joy be unto you today, tomorrow, and for all eternity. I love you guys so much. Namaste, you guys.